the dominance of Sean O'Malley. Step into the world of Sean O'Malley, where the octagon is his playing field, and his classy punches do the talking. Sean, with his unmissable brightly coloured hair and wild moves, has become a true striking force in the UFC, while washing out any fighter who comes in his way. From the persistent attacks on Kris Moutinho, to the aggressive encounter with Chito Vera, and the make or break face-off against Aljomain Sterling, Sean O'Malley has shown time and again that he is not just a mediocre fighter. His journey in the UFC is all about utter strength and expertise that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. Standing at 5'11", with a majestic reach of 72 inches, he is a bantamweight who doesn't just contest, but puts on a theatrical performance as well. So get yourself ready, because in this video, we'll explore 3 crucial fights in O'Malley's career, and made him one of the most remarkable fighters in his weight class. But before we jump into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell. Your support helps us bring you the best. Now, let's get into the octagon. Let's first start with the face-off that had everyone talking. Sean O'Malley versus Kris Moutinho at UFC 264. Regardless of being the underdog, Kris was fully self-assured. While attending a pre-fight conference, he stated, "I'm the most exciting fighter that this roster is going to have on the card. I'm going to bring a war the entire time, and where there is a draw, there will be blood, and I can't wait." Moutinho, as expected, entered the octagon with a lot of heart and bravery, but he had no idea what was coming his way. From the first round, it was obvious that O'Malley was performing on another level. He came out with light on his feet, hands down, and full of belief. The first round witnessed O'Malley hitting Moutinho with jabs and leg kicks, keeping him away while testing his defences. But as the round moved forward, it became crystal clear that O'Malley wasn't just testing, he was dissecting Kris. His right hand kept landing on target over and over, snapping Moutinho's head back and creating noticeable harm. When the second round started, Moutinho was covered in a bloodied mess, but he kept advancing, which was commendable. On the other hand, O'Malley's self-control never shakes at all. He mixed up his strikes, landing spinning kicks and more jabs. Moutinho's firmness was praisable, but O'Malley was painting a real-life masterpiece with his striking show. As the third round set about, Moutinho was still standing, just barely though. O'Malley kept on unleashing a barrage of knocks, but it finally became too much. With just 30 seconds left in the fight, the referee stepped forward, saving Moutinho from further punches. O'Malley had landed a magnificent 230 strikes, and Moutinho lost by TKO. In the end, Moutinho's prediction was inch perfect, and there was blood and war the whole time, but unfortunately, it was still not the type of war that Moutinho awaited. The rivalry between Sean O'Malley and Chito Vera began on August 15th, 2020 at UFC 252. The first clash was predicted, with O'Malley entering as the unbeaten highly preferred guy. Known for his splendid striking games and flashy style, he had crazy MMA fans. However, the face-off took an unpredicted twist when O'Malley survived a leg injury in the first round, including nerve damage that hindered his movement. Chito Vera, always vicious and opportunistic, took advantage, ending the face-off with ground and pound strikes. Although the fight was ended, O'Malley kept on stating that the loss was just the twist of good fortune. Before the big match, both fighters were quite outspoken about their intentions. Sean O'Malley, ever optimistic, stated, "I'm going to prove I'm the better fighter, and Chito's going to find out what happens when I'm 100%. On the other hand, in his interviews, Vera highlighted that he had already whipped O'Malley badly. "I don't care about his excuses," Vera said. "A win is a win. This time, I'll finish him, and there will be no doubt." As the first round began, both fighters approached with caution, fully conscious of each other's masterly skills. O'Malley opened up with his skilled signature move and diverse strikes, which included a chain of leg kicks that indicated his plan to outwear Vera early. Vera, however, was all set, observing many of the kicks and giving them back with his dominant counters. The round was just about to be over, but O'Malley appeared to edge it out with his speed and attention. In the second round, O'Malley began to be in control. With increasing confidence, he found his range and started landing a higher volume of strikes. He mixed up his attacks, punching out on Vera's head, body and legs with pinpoint precision. In short, round 2 showed clear dominance of O'Malley over his opponent. Round 3 witnessed the two fighters digging deep. O'Malley continued to amplify the pressure with the use of his footwork to keep Vera at a distance while landing high-intensity jabs and hooks. Vera also managed to land a few heavy strokes of his own, reminding O'Malley that he was still a very dangerous opponent. By the 4th round, the pace of the fight had slowed slightly, but the intensity kept going. O'Malley, still looking tender, began to increase the tempo, throwing more combinations and mixing up fast punches that just knocked out Vera. Another brutal head kick from O'Malley stunned Vera, and catching the opportunity, O'Malley stepped up Vera with a rush of punches. As the round concluded, it was pretty obvious that O'Malley was shaping the whole match while sitting in the driving seat. The 5th and final round was the verification of the willpower of the two. Shawn was self-assured in his head and continued to look for an end. Vera, on the other hand, was conscious that he required a knockout or submission to win this big match. The final round was an intensifying back and forth exchange, with both the fighters landing a significant showdown. However, with accuracy and tolerance, Shawn O'Malley grabbed the hard-fought victory. Finally, make it to what might be Shawn O'Malley's inspiring success to date, his fight against Aljomain Sterling, the ruling UFC bantamweight champion. This was the face-off that pushed O'Malley to the championship. Sterling, who was known for his best striking, was a daunting challenge for Shawn. Before the fight, Sterling stated, "My thoughts on Shawn O'Malley is that motherfucker is frail. Do you think I could take down a short stocky guy like Henry, who is a gold medalist and has good takedown defense? What am I going to do to Shawn O'Malley?" He added, "Let's be honest, yeah, he has been promised a title shot, but he opted not to take the title shot and gave Henry a chance to come back and chase history. I beat Henry now, there is no more running." On the dead bantamweight champion. This victory wasn't just about the belt, it was a critical moment in O'Malley's profession, had given an outstanding performance. In the end, Shawn O'Malley's ascent to popularity in the UFC is well deserved. From the opening of his career to his crowning as the bantamweight champion, O'Malley has undoubtedly shown that he's a boxer with distinctive aptitude. As Shawn O'Malley persists in carrying out his legacy, one thing is obvious: this is only up. In the end, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and tell us in the comment section your favourite fight from Shawn's career.